Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, then welcome. Tanshiki Obamizumi. I am Abigail, or Abby, Abigail Dishnakasham. I am Métis and autistic and love talking about autism stuff, so this is where I do that. And I am currently going through the 30 Days of Autism Acceptance prompts made by my friend Audie J on Tumblr. I have been busy and also unwell, and then it was also my birthday on the 13th, and I have just been scrambling to get caught back up on things. So I am once again playing catch up. Conveniently, a few of these prompts go well together, so I think that's fine. So today I'm going to get through April 11th through to the 13th, and hopefully tomorrow I can do more catch up and then get back on schedule from there. So April 11th was, what are some things that might come easy to neurotypical people but which you either can't do or need help to do? For me, that's just about everything social, Comic-Con type things excluded because the power of special interest overrides everything else. But job interviews, small talk, being in the majority of spaces with a ton of sensory input, like bright lights or loud noises or even just a bunch of different noises going on simultaneously. Grocery shopping is difficult because of that. Walmart is hell. A lot of food related things too, just because I've had a lot of judgment on being a picky eater in the past, and now food is anxiety. Understanding certain expressions is one too. For example, kicking the bucket, meaning somebody died. That one is just so bizarre that I had to look it up and try to figure out where it came from. And there are apparently multiple theories, with one popular one being that it comes from slaughtering pigs and how pigs would kick against a beam that was called a bucket, and apparently is still called a bucket in Norfolk. I really hope that we can just retire this expression and be done with it before I get stuck in a conversation with a neurotypical person who uses this expression and I go off on a tangent about the origins of the expression that ends with a rant about how everyone dies eventually and we really should just use the word dead and accept the fact that we are all mortal, because I know that I already come across as super weird even without the random morbid tangents. And sometimes I think I should have gone into the funeral industry or something. Yes, I do watch Ask a Mortician. But yeah, neurotypicals typically know when to stop, and I just bulldoze on through and inundate them with facts that it turns out that they really didn't want to know, which gets me into the prompt for April 12th. What are some social rules that you don't understand? Talk about it. I feel like I kind of just sort of did that, but anyways, small talk. Why does small talk exist? Why are we supposed to lie and play these games instead of just having actual conversations? I am so bad at small talk that when I was 11, I somehow wound up telling some random guy who was working in a convenience store that I was at with my dad to get a treat after soccer practice all about how Robert Ballard found the Titanic, as well as exactly how many people had died on that ship. Because apparently 11-year-old me was aware that chatting about the weather or whatever with a cashier was normal, and that somehow translated into talk about everything related to the Titanic. Yeah, when I said not too long ago that I am concerned about the potential of accidentally going off on strangers about death things, it's because I have a history of doing exactly that. Which is objectively hilarious because people who know me but haven't gotten one of the morbid tangents yet think that I'm just super nice and sweet. So, I basically just don't understand what topics are appropriate, because most of the ones that are actually interesting to me make people uncomfortable because they don't like to acknowledge mortality, or they don't want to get into critical analysis or deep discussions of the themes present in different type pieces of media, or they don't care about actual mythology and just think that MCU Thor is hot. And I never know what the appropriate amount of lying is. Apparently, nobody actually wants to know how your day is. So you're supposed to lie instead of being honest, even though honesty is the best policy. And I hate it. It's pointless. I would rather not talk to anyone than have to play the mind games. And my allergies are starting to act up again, so I apologize for my voice. And anyways, speaking of the mind games, the prompt for April 13th was, are you able to pick up when someone is flirting with you, or alternatively, when someone is flirting with someone else? Do you know how to flirt? So, this one time several years ago, before I moved across the province, this guy that I used to have a crush on literally kissed me and told me that he loved me, and I still wasn't sure if he was just being really nice or if he actually wanted a romantic relationship. No, I have no clue what's going on with flirting. And quite frankly, I'm not sure that neurotypicals know what's going on with flirting either. Apparently, studies have found that people can generally tell when someone isn't flirting with them, but people also aren't so good at telling when someone is. Anyway, before my partner and I got together, he apparently thought I was being cute and flirty, but I was actually shy and anxious and trying not to let on that I had a crush on him because I was under the impression that he liked someone else. But it somehow worked out. We've been together 6.5 years, so I'm just gonna go ahead and draw the conclusion that flirting skills are not necessary. And even with not knowing how to flirt, I am doing something right. Anyway, yeah, this has been a huge ramble with a lot more death mentions than I intended. But that's a start on catching up. Gonna probably take a few more days before I'm totally caught up and hopefully I don't fall further behind. This has probably shown exactly why I am so bad at everything social related. But yeah, thanks for watching. Merci pour ton temps. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!